what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to Sonic Mania here on the KwingsLetsPlays channel.
Yay!
And it's time for more Super Sonic.
Oh, yeah.
That's the plan, although some people are like, man, you guys beat that level way too fast, so we're gonna do our best to slow down in Lava Reef so you guys can enjoy the music of the level, and then when things get a little bit too dicey, then we'll bring in Super Sonic. Although, holding on to 50 rings is no easy chore, because I get hit a lot. So I'm
I know.
letting you know. Worst Sonic player in the world is me.
No.
Oh yeah, it's me. Okay, so this is kind of cool.
Oh, this is pretty neat.
I know that robot's walking.
Robot legs.
You know, when my dad gets old, he's gonna need a walker. Ah, see what I did there?
Yeah, and like robot legs or...
Oh, can I make him a cyborg? Then I could do like all kinds of cyborg jokes. I have to teach him the I Want Pie song, and he needs to randomly come in the room and throw a meatball at people. Say meatball party. Because that's what Cyborg does. He's not the cool cyborg that I knew growing up. Oh. Although, kids, you can actually watch the real Cyborg every morning on Cartoon Network. This is not a plug for Cartoon Network because I don't work for them. I wish I did. You want to know what I'm upset about? Did you know that all those years that we dissed on Disney...
Yeah.
Like, before, you know, Maker Studios bought them. They didn't have, like, a true gaming show. Now they actually have a decent game show, like, actual video game show, where they have YouTubers come on, and the style of the show is very similar to GamePro TV from the 90s, but it's a teenage host. So instead of it being, like, a college guy who's a surfer, whoa. You know, this game's radical. It's like, you know, they're saying stuff like lit and savage.
Oh my gosh.
Dope. I can't believe dope is still a thing.
No.
Because that was a 90s thing.
Wow, so you're saying they actually did something cool on Disney Channel?
I'm not giving them complete credit. I haven't watched it. I saw a commercial and I was like, oh my gosh, this is GamePro TV.
They tried to make GamePro TV.
No, they didn't try to. They did.
Wow.
And there's been several YouTubers that have been on the show and stuff like that, so, like actual gaming YouTubers. But the thing is, what's funny is the people that they have on the show, like, in real life, and even on their YouTube channels, they swear like sailors. So it's like...
Oh yeah, but they're on Disney Channel.
Double standard!
Acting like everything. That's kind of like when they had, oh my gosh. I can't remember, they had someone host the Disney Awards, and it was somebody that was like, swore all the time. I can't remember who it was. Oh my gosh.
I don't know, I just find that funny. It's like, they claim to be, like, Disney says they're family friendly, but then they do stuff like that, and it's just kind of like, wait a second. And it's almost like, you know, that's what's going to happen when kids get older. They're just going to become horrible adults, so may as well bring horrible adults into the show. And it's kind of like, I just don't get it.
Well, like, yeah, I mean, like, we don't mean horrible, but it's like, if you're trying to, it's just interesting that...
Bad influence.
Yeah.
Not like, horrible people, like I don't know them personally.
Yeah, like, I don't know. I know what you're saying, though. It's like, if you're trying to make, like, if their image isn't family-friendly in a popular view, then why... It's like, it's not like the kid wouldn't click on them and be like, oh, I wonder what else this person does.
Oh yeah, kids are smart.
And then find out, oh, this person isn't even like this in real life. Yeah. It's interesting. I don't really, because, I mean, I feel like back in the day, like, if somebody was gonna be like an actor be a superhero or something, or be something that kids would look up to, they had to kind of be that in real life too, like, in a way. That's what I feel like. And yeah, but I have to say, Disney does hold a pretty high standard compared to a lot of other networks.
Oh, of course they do.
But yeah, it is interesting that they hold such a high standard, yet yeah, it's kind of a two-faced standard. Exactly what you were saying.
Harvey Dent would love Disney.
Yeah, it's like
I believe in Harvey Dent.
Their standard is so ridiculously high that it's almost impossible, but then they just decide to break the rules whenever they feel like it. That's basically what they do.
Yeah, and the only reason I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, they actually had, I mean, it's all over the news, and I don't really follow YouTube drama at all, like, but it was all over, like, regular news, I guess, like something about some person named Jake or something on YouTube got fired from Disney, And I was just like, oh, I don't even know who this person is. And turns out he has like 10 million followers or whatever, but he's losing people left and right, and it's just kind of like, oh, that's interesting. But the most interesting thing that happened today in our field is they actually showcased the new characters for Injustice, and I was actually right about some of them. I was like, whoa, it's kind of cool. So Black Mana and, what's his name? A character, it's hard to pronounce on this channel, but he's owned by Warner Brothers, and he's like this big red guy. I can't say his name, I gotta say his name because it's a kid's channel. But he was a popular comic book character in the 90s, kind of. He had his own movies. Ron Perlman, the voice of Slade, was the guy who played this character.
Yeah.
He's like a big red demon guy.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
And Black Mana and Raiden, everybody was like, not another Mortal Kombat character, but Raiden, he's a really cool character because like he goes from the other end of the screen and it sounds like he says, when he does like his attack where he slams you with lightning. It's just funny. So it's like Liu Kang where he goes,
oh.
So.
Yeah.
Because, you know, in video games you had to, back in the day when you did sounds, you had to have an interesting sound bite, you know, to come in the office and do over and over again. So, you know, Raiden had, and then Liu Kang goes, that was like his kick move.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. They had to have unique war cries or whatever.
But how do you feel about, like, more Mortal Kombat characters being in Injustice 2? Is that a problem for you, or you don't care?
I mean, Injustice 2 is rated teen. I don't really know. I don't know. I mean, I guess as long as they keep it pretty tame, then it's okay, but so far I have been kind of freaked out about the cameraman that we've been losing with
Sub-Zero?
With Sub-Zero, and I'm just like...
Yeah, is Raiden going to be nicer to people than Sub-Zero? Or does he also hate cameramen?
I don't know. I don't know. I'm worried for the cameraman in that series, but...
Whoa.
You guys will have to watch our Injustice to know what we're talking about, but I do worry a bit if they put too many Mortal Kombat people in that it'll eventually be rated M just for the Mortal Kombat.
Oh no!
Because then they'll have to step up the moves of the other characters to be as violent and stuff. But yeah.
We didn't have any rings.
Oh man, but yeah, watching the old Mortal Kombat stuff actually is interesting because you look at it and it's like, okay, yeah, this... I mean, it was violent, but it was just, like, kind of hilarious. Like, you know, it wasn't that graphic, so it's like, yeah. But yeah, the new stuff is just definitely rated M.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I think it's nice having more Mortal Kombat people in it, but I do like it. I do like just the one or two people and then the rest superheroes.
Well, to me, it makes sense. Like, the big argument is, like, with a lot of these people, they're like, oh, then there's less opportunities to have a DC character. It's like, well, even though it's, you know, a Mortal Kombat character, they have to understand that technically DC and Warner Brothers owns Mortal Kombat. So, while there's been no technical Mortal Kombat vs. DC, like, comic book, outside of the video game crossover they did,
they could do a Mortal Kombat.
They could do one if they wanted
DC.
to.
Maybe that's what they're trying to hint at or something. That would be pretty cool.
Well, the Watchmen are joining the DC universe right now, so that means that, you know, you never know. Boom.
No, I mean, Mortal Kombat is such a tremendously, like, well-known series and well-loved that I don't see a problem with adding characters into the thing.
Uh-oh. Zelda's watching the TV.
Yeah, Zelda was actually hanging out and watching
Lois and Clark with us
for
the
a
new
long time.
Adventures of Superman.
I should have gotten a picture of her watching it because she was very calm.
I didn't know where our stuff was.
My camera's upstairs.
She's looking at me like kind of crazy. So this is Lava Reef, and I know a lot of Sonic fans will probably correct me. I don't remember what game this came from. What Sonic game, but for the most part, it seems like a lot of Sonic Mania is Sonic 2 and 3 levels redone.
Yeah.
With a little bit of new, like, pizzazz.
Yeah, they added some things into it.
Yeah. More or less, it's...
I kind of like, you know, they kind of made it their way. Like, oh, if I was going to make a Sonic game, I would just put this into it. And it's kind of cool.
Well, yeah.
I like it.
The devs were like, you know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And, you know, the Mega Man guys, who made those really awesome Mega Man 9 and 10 games, NES style, they took that same mechanic and that formula, and they were like, you know what, this worked really well. We could make a really cool Mega Man game now. And, you know, it's thanks to that we have a lot of these retro resurgences, you know?
Yeah.
Like, just boom.
Yeah, well...
I love this game.
Like,
I'm not very good at it, but I love it.
Yeah, for me, like, well, you like the newer Sonic games, but for me, I like the retro Sonic, and I like the retro games more than modern takes on them, so, yeah.
Yep, I'm just gonna cut you off real quick. If you guys are wondering why didn't we go to a secret world after we collected it just now, that's where a hidden ring is, if you guys are looking for it in the Lava Reef level. When you acquire all the Chaos Emeralds and stuff with Sonic, if you find a secret ring, I believe it counts for 80 to 100 rings, and you don't go to a secret world because you have all the Chaos Emeralds. There's no point.
Oh,
okay, there's nothing over here.
I see.
So we didn't. Oh, jeez, lock. Ah!
Oh no! But then you lost the rings.
And then I lost the power and stuff like that. I got the power.
So it counts for rings, but then there's no reason to go into the secret.
Well, I mean, if you're struggling to turn into Super Sonic, then yeah, definitely find the secret rings if you can, and you know, every ring helps. Because Super Sonic is invincible, but the rings count down, so when the rings are gone, so is your power. That means if you're fighting a boss, as you've seen, if you're out of rings, then and you run out of Super Sonic, you know, it's like a double-bladed sword, you know, like one side of the sword is like dull and, you know, one sharp. So, yeah. That's what Super Sonic is in this game. In all games, except for the modern ones. When you run out of power, like usually in the modern games, it was game over because Sonic would be in space in Supersonic mode, and if you ran out of rings, oops, lack of oxygen, you know. In this game, and the early Sonic games, when you ran out of rings, then you would just be zeroed out.
Oh,
until you found more rings. Okay, I have no idea how to do this. Keep in mind, people, this is my first time playing all this stuff, so I'm gonna do our best. Want to keep this series as fresh as possible. Dang it!
Stay fresh.
Oh my gosh, I didn't want to do that. Fresh is actually a new lingo term, like for kids today. So I thought
Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
No, they didn't
feels
use.
Like they used it a long time ago.
They changed the meaning of fresh now, though.
Oh,
It's not.
okay.
It's not fresh like '90s fresh.
Yeah.
You know.
What does it mean now?
I don't know. I'm thinking of writing a book called The Book of Savage to describe what all these new hipster and surfer terms are. The surfer thing is actually making a comeback because of those two YouTube brothers. Because before, surfer language was dead. I mean, it was just like, if you did surfer language in any shape or form, you know, you were like frowned upon. But now, it's like you can go back calling people bro and brosif, and instead of Joseph, it was brosif.
What?
This is my brosif. Yeah, so I mean, I can be relevant again. I'm so excited.
Wait, but I thought you said those people that did that are from, like, the Midwest or something.
Yeah, they are from the Midwest, but they have blonde hair, so...
That doesn't make any sense. Unless you're from California, you're not allowed to do surfer language.
But surfer language is, like, rad.
It's universal.
I'm bringing it back. I'm gonna do it again.
Somehow the Ninja Turtles were able to do it, even though they were...
Well, they're green and slimy, and they're ninjas. I mean, also they're from New York, so, you know, boom.
It doesn't make any sense.
It does make sense. I'm trying to remember why they came up with those accents, because remember, the Turtles didn't... Everybody thought, you know, the Turtles were gonna talk like this. Because, you know, Kevin Eastman and whatever else. I always forget.
Mikey was more of a surfer guy.
No, they all kind of talk surfer, but
I guess they were trying to be teenagers.
That's okay. The focus group, like when Townsend and all these other people were coming in to do the Turtles voices, according to a documentary from like the 90s or something like that, it's how teenagers talked in the 80s. So
really?
Yeah. But that was how teenagers in the not East Coast sounded. So, if you know, and the focus group liked it when they did it, and that became the Turtles' voices. So, like, the entire cast had to... Mikey oversold it. Like, he, you know, really went for it. But, like, you know, some of the other turtles definitely sounded very New York, like Raphael and Donnie, and Leo was kind of like your typical leader voice, you know? He didn't really... But he had, like, a high-pitchedness to his voice, which was cool. So...
Yeah.
But it was a great show, and, you know, the only thing that people remember about it nowadays when they think classic Turtles, it's like they talk like surfers, and there's still some Turtles characters that sound like surfers. It's something that's always going to stick with them, because the video games would also cement that. When a turtle would get hit, it'd be like, oh, bummer! And because it's the video games, everybody sound familiar, so...
Yeah.
Another product of my childhood. Boom. And Sonic was not my childhood, so everybody, like, oh, talk more about Sonic. It's like, I have painful Sega memories. I don't want to make anybody cry.
Chili dogs!
I wasn't a fan of chili dogs. I tried one once. In the 90s, I went to my grandfather's hot dog stand, and it was like, you know, Grandpa, you should do chili dogs for hot dogs, because that's like a thing now. And he was like, oh, I'll look into it, son. And then the following summer, I went back, I had a chili dog. I, like, got sick all over the place. And I was just like, nope, no chili dogs. Never again.
Yeah, I don't like... I haven't really... Actually, I don't think I've tried a chili dog myself. But I don't really... I'm not a fan of chili on anything except for just chili in general by itself. So... But I don't like a lot of things that are very sloppy. Like, I don't like Sloppy Joes.
I used to eat Sloppy Joes, but I can't stand it anymore.
I'll have pulled pork, though.
Yes.
But just... I found out that Sloppy Joes are actually just...
Sloppy?
They're just pulled pork, but it's beef instead... It's ground pork with the pulled pork sauce. So instead of the pulled pork, you have the same sauce, but yeah. So you just have the ground beef instead. Which I prefer the pulled pork myself.
So, I don't know, how...
I have no idea what
am I supposed to do here?
Because
like, I need to get the momentum to jump up there, but what am I supposed to do? Like,
you can't really do anything because as soon as you try to jump to the side, it spikes. I don't really understand.
There. So I still don't. If he's like getting like momentum from the spinning, and that's making him jump higher, or am I supposed to just time it when I'm at the very top?
I think it's timing it like when you're on your way up. There, like when you're going up, because if. Yeah, there we go.
I don't know. Doesn't seem right. There we go.
There we go.
Oh, that's gonna become problematic. I know it. Oh my gosh! Please don't die. Please don't die. Please,
cool
please,
music.
please.
Ah! That looks like Steam. Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, Steam I'm not gonna run into. Oh, what?
Oh.
Come on, game. Don't be like that. Don't be hating. Can I say that again? Is that still a thing? Is that relevant? Can I be relevant again?
Oh, you have to be 17 again to be relevant.
I never said don't be hating.
Only young people are allowed to be relevant.
But I'm so happy that surfer language is coming back, so I appreciate the current YouTube trend, and I hope surfer language continues on forever, bro! Yes!
Oh.
That's all I'm gonna say on that. I don't know anything else about anything. I don't watch YouTube for entertainment. I do it for work, and that's about it.
I watch people's vlogs. I've become more and more into watching girly vlogs. What am I wearing? What makeup am I? I don't know. Like, how do I do my hair? And like, I'm just like, yay! It's another girl. I mean, I'm kind of like always working. So it's yay! Supersonic.
Supersonic.
So, yeah, I'm not that I'm saying like I actually like watching those vlogs and whatever. Now I made fun of all girls, but I'm the same way.
You are a girl. You make fun of them. You're being like your airheaded me.
I'm being myself, but I'm saying like I watch other channels that would be like me if I had it. Then I'm thinking, oh, I wish I could have a channel like this, but I have a cooler channel because I do game stuff.
Yeah. All right. Are you ready for Supersonic to throw down? Look at this. This boss is going down.
You do watch. You know what you watch? You watch cosplay channels and people doing like, oh my gosh.
I watch Power
Ranger cosplay and like action channels where they do like skits and stuff like that with Power Rangers. You do Power Rangers stuff.
I watch Power Ranger YouTube channels because, I mean, there's not a lot of places I can watch Power Rangers, so I watch Power Ranger clips.
You also watch, well, we watch old Sentai stuff that's put on YouTube.
But it's technically not in YouTube, so I mean, I'm not allowed to share the links or anything like that because I get them off another website.
No, we don't.
No, we don't. Nope. I don't watch Kamen Rider on YouTube. What? Nope. Didn't hear that from me. Oh, that was fun.
We don't watch a lot of other gaming channels.
No.
I mean, the only thing you
Except for our
liked
friends.
was like that one channel that we tried to do it similar, like GamePro TV, or what was that?
That was never a YouTube channel.
Oh, well,
that was TV.
Alright, well, that's what you liked.
Anyway, guys and gals, that does it for another Supersonic-tastic episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Remember, at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, today is a Metopia live stream on something. Have a great rest of your day, and until we meet again, Supersonic! God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!